Good morning from Las Vegas. It's 7 a.m. In Las Vegas, where I'm recording this video after 2 days spending with Alex Hormozi and his team on a scaling workshop, where I was qualified as one of the many founders to participate. And I was skeptical because I'm from Europe, where we look at the Americans sometimes that they sell too much marketing, and the reality could be way different. So we try to be down to earth. So that was the expectation which I was coming on the workshop. And just let me shortly introduce myself. We are HR marketing agency helping companies to hire truck drivers or manufacturing workers. And just last month we did 120,000 month recurring revenue. But we are on plateau and we want to grow. That's one of the main reasons why I came to this workshop. And I was very curious, is his team will be as good or great like Alex? One of the many very important questions which I was very curious about. And I can tell you this, I probably take as much value from his team as from Alex. We spent 2 days with them. We had 3 Q&A sessions with Alex. I asked him 2 questions within these sessions and 1 session with Leila. First day was fully about creating value and how the investor will evaluate any company, what's the risks, and the main takeaways which I had from these sessions where CEO is more like an investor. So it's about where he allocates the resources which will give the highest return. I never look at the CEO position like an investor, even if I should, and the numbers help me tremendously to think about it much more effectively in this way. So that was one takeaway. Second was, I know my numbers. That was something which was great confirmation because I have the forecasting sheet, and knowing the numbers like LTV, CAC, and if we are good or not, I already knew it. So this confirmation helped me to be more confident. And as you know from Alex, if you follow him as me for many years, confidence is built by evidence. So no matter that I knew some parts, it was great to come because then I realized, okay, this one is figured out, I have to focus more on this. Second part of the first day was more about finding the constraint. As you can see in this beautiful, let me show you a few pages. As you can see in this beautiful preparation of thing, business card, think like a CEO. Why I'm showing it to you is beautiful quadrant. Why I'm showing it to you is this. Bottom line. Businesses grow up to their constraint, then no further. So I already knew what's my constraint within the business, which is amount of meetings, because I already did the mistake that hire more salespeople, which will generate more meetings and essentially more deals. Oof, I was so wrong. But the main part is, if you know the constraint, which is amount of meetings, and you need lead generation, then you can solve it if you are disciplined enough. But what's even more important is this beautiful quote which he shared with us. Learning is same situation, different action. Let me say it again. Learning is same situation, different action. So if I learned, we will see it in another videos if you follow me. If not, please give subscribe. It will really support me on this sharing journey and documentation. But back to the topic, generate enough meetings is essential. But how? Many companies which were there, and I was talking to many business owners, because the qualification is you have to do at least $1 million a year as a turnover. And in that matter, many of them were figuring out which channels are important for them to focus on, and all the owners had the same problem, which is which channel to focus on. And then if you focusing on too many channels in the same time, you will be not good in any of them. And so the biggest thing what I took from the first day is you can focus, and it was from Alex talk, you can focus on one channel the $1 million acquisition a month only on one channel. So you don't need any more channels. So basically how I put it, you have a VSL and paid ads on Facebook or any other social media, YouTube, Google AdWords, you name it. Then you have a cold emailing, then you can have an organic, you can have many channels where you bringing your partnership, where you bringing your meetings and the business. But many owners trying this, then this, then this. And our channel, which worked for us the most, is cold emailing. So the cold emailing was great to talk about with Tobias, which is the head of marketing for acquisition.com, which is the private equity which Alex and Leila runs. And Tobias is crazy magician in marketing, and it was so cool and so refreshing to talk to somebody who understands it and have such a practical knowledge. He's even younger than me, what I heard. He's like, I'm 30 freshly. He's even younger and has such a deep knowledge, and it's beautiful to talk to him. And he told me one important mindset shift. Not only he gave me a recommendation, somebody who I can ask for cooperation for cold emailing, but the most important one was, hey, if you look for a partner agency, look within your circle, so somebody who you have recommended, that's the most important one. Ask for case studies from your same field, and that's the second most important one. And the third one, I was like, so I should have a meetings with some other agencies and then I will decide. I was not feeling, how to say, I was not feeling that I want to spend my precious time on 10 meetings with 10 different agencies. Yes, but Tobias told me this. What if you will look at it like a learning experience? So you will go on the meetings with them and you will learn how to choose the right one, what they do differently, and then you become bigger master in your field or channel, which is cold emailing. I already, one day after the workshop, had 2 calls and some other setup for today. And what I learned is there are people who already are better than us in cold emailing around me for reasonable price for us, but we just didn't go for it because there was a gap between where we are as a $1.3, $1.5 million company and let's say 3 millions. And between here, there is an information gap. And if you have this information, like coming to this workshop helped me with it, to understand what is your constraint and how to solve it, then you can do this jump very fast, very fast. So I'm quite confident that we can scale by end of this year even 3 times, just because we will have 3 times more meetings with same channel, which is cold emailing. So this is the day 1. Day 2, so for you to understand, was more about roundtable with acquisition.com team. So you ask question with a group of 15 and the speakers are coming from one group to another group. So basically it was 6 groups and speakers were changing from the acquisition.com marketing, sales, HR, and you're talking to them, asking the questions openly. There's supposed to be only 80 people in the workshop. There's supposed to be 50 and there was 80. So for the round table, it was a little bit painful because we couldn't get in a depth. They just need to go around the circle. So anyway, we took a lot, but that could be better to give you honest opinion. And because this video already have 9 minutes, so I will wrap it up with this part of the people who thinking about to go for a workshop. If you are interested to go in a workshop, text me on the LinkedIn or Instagram and I will send you a page where you can try to qualify, which I highly recommend you. So let me know, I will send you the link. I'm connected to the team, that's one thing. Second thing, some of us were chosen for private coachings with the team, which will be with much smaller group than was this workshop. That was like a first level. Second level is like twice a year, 2 days, and it's gonna be more in a smaller group, like 30, 40 people max, and we can get much deeper on the situation and even prevent some risks in a scaling in a short amount of time, like 12, 24 months. And as a bonus of this cooperation, we got the evening private dinner with Leila and Alex, so I can talk to him in a person. And from this mentoring, I took away this. I explained him where we are. We don't have enough. Meetings, etc. What he would do, and he said, "Look, if I would be on your place, I would focus only on that and nothing else until it's solved, and would be brutally disciplined in it." And that was so interesting for me to hear that it's all about right focus and nothing else. So if you allocate your resources, which is time, and you're obsessed with one thing until it's solved, that's when you scale the fastest. And that was it. Like, he told me, focus on amount of meetings, solve it first, and then allocate the time based on where is it giving to you the highest return. So I was asking him on Q&A when to stop selling, because I want to get more in selling once I have enough meetings. So we give them more ROI on my own time, because if I close 50%, as you know from some other videos, then why not to sell more? But when to stop? And he answered, when you have more valuable activities for a business. So you can do ratio how much you earn per hour, and then calculate how much you earn with this amount of meetings, and then you know if it's right to do or not. So that was amazing. And if I should summarize this, it was amazing experience to come. It was only 5 people from Europe, so I feel very blessed that I was courageous enough not to postpone for another decade, because for a decade I'm promising myself, hey, go to US, pay to some people like Patrick Bet-David, maybe even Grant Cardone, all right, or some other people which I follow like Jeremy Miner, Chris Orlov, and learn from the best. And when I was postponing it until now, and I'm so blessed because 5 Europeans guys, 1 guy from Warsaw, 1 from Denmark, and maybe a few people from UK, and that was it. So we have such a knowledge because of them, because we invested in ourselves. And don't forget, US is always 1 or 2 years ahead of Europe. So if you learn from the best, you will become the best. And I'm sorry, but fuck the rest. It's up to you guys. So if you want to get better, invest in yourself. That would be the biggest one, because without it, it will not happen. Last thought is, more we lose not trying than failing. Let me say it again. More we lose not trying than failing. So let me know in the comments, what was one thing which you take away from this video? What was most interesting, so I have feedback, so I can get better. As they said us on the workshop, feedback is a gift. So provide me the gift, or provide me the compliment what you learn, so I feel more motivated to do this. And I'm looking forward to see you in another video, because I will do less edits and more authentic videos like this on one take. See you soon. Give subscribe, give like, and be blessed.